wanted to share with you an energy healing technique that I've been using lately, and it's come up a few times this week, and so I wanted to offer it as something that you could practice on yourself or on somebody else. It's a really fast working technique. It shifts limiting belief patterns, can be used to transmute density in the field, and so those of us that have negative programming come in, this is a really great way to shift it and allow the field to come into alignment with possibility or a more ideal reality. And so I learned this through Christy Marie Sheldon at the Mind Valley Academy, so I just wanted to give her some credit. And I've also received transmissions of this via a couple of other energy healers, and I have been utilizing it in my own way in my practice. And so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. If you want more info, Christy Marie Sheldon does a great job. You can look her up at Mind Valley, or you can just practice this technique. Super simple. And this week I've been noticing that a theme in my practice with the women that I've been working with has been lack of attention on self-care, and so falling out of daily routines, falling out of self-care practices, maybe choosing harmful eating patterns or less ideal eating patterns. And so I'll probably be looking at that programming in the field. I'm going to keep it short. I'm just going to demo this to you, and then when you do it on yourself or on somebody else, you can do as many reprogrammings or as little as you want, so you can use it for one or you can use it for many. And so I'm just going to demonstrate, and then you can do with it what you will. So, beautiful. The first thing is I want you to close your eyes and start by breathing. And so with each inhale, I want you to imagine yourself getting heavier in your body. And with each exhale, I want you to imagine yourself getting heavier in your body. So feel yourself growing heavier on the inhale and growing heavier on the exhale. We'll just do this for a couple of moments. In, feeling more solid in your field. Out, getting even heavier. And from here, I want you to send a cord of energy out the top of your head to 300 or so feet above your head. There's a point in the sky there, a little dimension of light. And so I want you to send up that cord until you feel and can connect to that dimension. So it's a point of light there about 300 or so feet above your head. So just shoot up your energy until you feel that. And then allow yourself to connect there to this beautiful, I call it the abundance dimension. So it's a very happy dimension there, 300 feet above your head. It's a lot of light, it's a very high frequency. And so we're going to connect there now. And then we're just going to begin to allow the energy from that dimension to begin to trickle down into the field. And so let it come down over your head. Let it flow down into the top of your head, through the top of your head, into the center of your forehead. This is a beautiful gold abundance frequency. So let that golden energy fill the center of your face, between your ears, trickle down into your throat. Let it fill the top of your shoulders and your chest, flowing down into your arms and your heart. Feel this beautiful abundance frequency coming down into the solar plexus and elbows, down into the belly and the hands. Allow it to sink further down into the lower belly and groin, the root, tops of the legs. Let this beautiful golden dimension frequency fill your legs, down into your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, and your feet. And just like we sent a cord 300 feet up below or above our head, the same dimension exists below us. So we're going to shoot a cord down 300 feet into the center of the earth until we reach and connect with that same point of light 300 feet below us. So send that cord down deep into the center of the earth until you meet that abundance dimension there below you. And then here, I like to imagine a mirror or a trampoline, just taking that frequency and bouncing it back up into the field. So now we're connected above and below to this dimension, so just continue to let that frequency trickle into your field from both ends there. And now I want you to bring that frequency into your heart. And we're going to begin to expand from the heart. So from the heart space, we're going to take that abundance frequency, that happiness, golden, beautiful joy frequency, and we're going to let it fill up our entire auric body. So let yourself get really bright with this frequency. And then from there, you're going to expand to fill the entire room that you're in with this frequency. And from there, expand yourself out until you fill the entire state that you reside in. Beautiful, golden, abundance frequency. And from there, expand even further to fill up and encompass the entire earth with this energy. So imagine your energy filled with this frequency inside of it, just expanding so big to fill the entire earth with this beautiful, golden, abundance frequency. So when we are really expanded, we can transform energy quicker. So that's why we do this. We want to get really big so that we can transform things easier. And so just invite you to keep your eyes closed for this. And I'm going to start going through and reprogramming the field. And so I'm just going to tune into what I notice and what I feel in the group dynamic for this exercise. And I'm going to begin to reprogram. And again, you can do this for anything that comes up or anything that is your belief system that you identify when practicing this technique. So I'm just going to take a look and see what's present here. Any energies that are in the way of me flowing in my fullest expression, I delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all frequencies that are keeping me small, delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all frequencies that are inhibiting my capacity to show up for myself, delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all frequencies that say responsibility comes before self-care, I delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. That was a big one for a few of you. Any and all frequencies keeping me from following my heart, delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all frequencies that keep me in fear around following my heart, I delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all frequencies keeping me from thriving, making money, doing what I love, I delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all frequencies that say I can't make a living doing what I love, I delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all frequencies that say I have to do it right to be a success, I delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all frequencies that are keeping me from feeling secure on the planet, I delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all frequencies keeping my heart from opening to Earth, to the humans here, I delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Any and all judgments I have that are limiting my capacity to succeed, I delete, destory, and deprogram through all time, spaces, and dimensions, now and forever. Okay, it seems like that's a good stopping point there. There's always a million that you could do, because when we transmute or transform one, a bunch of other ones will appear in the field. And so basically I'll call a consciousness and I'll identify it, and then I'll do the delete and destory, and then sometimes a bunch more will pop into place where that one was, all the little stories behind the story. And so when you do this practice, just tune into, the big story. What is it that you're seeing first? What is the limiting belief? And then tune in to see if there's any underneath that. And so we're going to close here. Just draw your energy back into your heart center, back into the room, sealing up this work that we just did. Thank yourself with a little gratitude for taking the time to be with yourself in this moment. And I'll see you soon.